Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where I've been doing a little bit of thinking about how we're going to orient this, and this is what I've decided on. We're going to be going in like this. Now, this here needs to be essentially parallel with our solar panels. So the way that we're going to have to sit here is going to be, what direction do we need to go here? This way? Yes. We need to bring this in about like so. Now, it's going to be a little bit of a thing, no doubt about that. So it's going to need to be about here or so. We're going to need to go up. We're going to need to go in towards the docking port, obviously. I think first things first, what we need to do is we need to furl these solar panels because problems might end up ensuing. So we're going to retract these. There we go. That's step one. Step two is we're going to start to approach here. So obviously we're at a bad angle here. We're going to need to bring this direction a little bit. Mostly, I think we need to approach. Mostly. But that is not going to be the exact directionality that we need to go here. So let's bring this in at a slow speed here. Somewhere around here or so. I'm a little concerned about our tail clipping this. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. Let's see, I just want to think here. We would need to go like a little this direction, which seems okay for the time being. So let's just pull out and away from this guy. And we're bringing this in, not this. This is our secondary payload here. We'll get that set up eventually, but not quite yet. Then we're going to need to go this way a little bit, which is virtually back, right? So that's going to be out over here. Okay. For the time being, I'm still a little concerned about our tail here. But I'm just going to bring this in up over this way for the time being. We might be able to get into the position where our tail is essentially up and over this. That would be phenomenal if we managed to do that. But this is kind of the angle we need to be going here. Emphasis on kind of. I'm bringing us further this direction for now. And I think we need to get rid of this momentum. Okay, so we're just going to put it about here or so. Now I'm looking to be clear here. That's the ideal scenario, and having this be lined up nicely would just be a bonus at this point. But it looks like both are going to happen at similar times, which is actually kind of fantastic. Very pleased about that. So we're just letting this continue to drift for a moment here. Okay, let's start to bring down this momentum to about here or so, I guess. I thought we had some momentum towards target there, but apparently not. Let's get some. Let's head in towards the target here. Okay, there we see where our momentum is. Just repositioning that a bit. Now, we're not quite in the exact role that I want us to be here. But we'll get there. Okay, we're heading in towards the target very slowly right now. I want to head in a little faster than this. But it looks like this is all going to be relatively clear here. I'm still a little bit concerned about the tail here, but I think we're clear on it. I'm not 100% on that. Okay. Just tossing in a little bit of momentum this way. I don't think we need a lot. Just a teeny tiny amount. Okay. About here or so. So we'll just bring that right back over. We do need to change our roll a little bit here. So that's going to be going this direction, which is actually the good direction for us. So changing that roll to be somewhere around here or so. And we need to compensate our directionality a bit for that. Okay. Somewhere about here looks relatively good. I think we're going to want to change the roll a little bit still. So that ends up being about here or so. Altering our heading. Are we going to be clear on this? I think we are. Yes. We are already clear on it. Perfect. So that is really, really excellent. Changing our trajectory a little bit here. I wonder if we're going to impact with our cargo bay. We might actually need to close the cargo bay here awkwardly. Yes, I think we were, in fact, impacted on the cargo bay there. Okay, we need to go this direction. Okay, kill rot, please. I have no idea what directionality we're going here. Our cargo bay impacted, which is awkward. Okay. Bringing this around. We're going to have to try that one again. This is the reason why we furled the sails, to be clear. Okay, let's put this on pointing at target now. Okay. The cargo bay impacting was very awkward. No doubt about that. Okay, we're now heading basically directly away from the target position. And now we can head towards target a bit. But we're going to need to head this way a little bit as well. So let's get this momentum killed for now. And let's get this flipped around. I want to head towards target for right now. Just towards target. Okay, now we're heading towards target, and I want to get us a little bit of up vector. So what does that look like? This is up vector. Okay. So we're also going to need to go a bit this way, right? But that's what towards target is for. And we're going to need to roll this thing over. Which, again, is what that up vector is for. So we can see that we are slowly rolling back into position here. The issue there was the fact that our cargo bay impacted, which was not ideal. I think... Oh, we're going to have a problem here. Indeed we are. We're going to have a problem here. Because we can see that this docking port is here, right? And we're just going to impact. That's going to be an issue. Let's bring this to a halt, and we'll fix that. Okay. Just working on bringing this down to a halt. There we go. That's good enough. Bill, you can go ahead and EVA here. And we are going to open this cargo bay. Because, yeah, this is simply not far enough over at this point. So, what are we going to need to do? Well, we're going to need to unstrut this for the time being. And we're going to need to fix that, because that is absolutely a problem. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Okay, so we're going to grab this strut, and for the time being, we can put it here. Any moment now. There we go. Okay, now we can hop back in here. And this thing's going to start swaying wildly. I'm going to put us on kill rot, and I'm going to also control from here for right now. Okay, because this thing's going to be going all over the place. RCS off, please. Okay, so from here, what do we need to do? Well, we need to make sure that this thing is in a reasonable position for docking. So, to that end, what we need to do is we need to rotate this guy the other way. 90 degrees. It's 94 degrees. We need to just put this at 90 degrees here. Then we need to rotate this again by 90 degrees. So we're just compensating for that rotation. So as of right now, nothing has changed with our orientation. But this hinge is now in a position where we can go whoop, like this. Do we want to just clip it through and go for a full 90 degrees here? Honestly, that might not be the worst of ideas, as we're currently impacting the station. Okay, it's the worst of ideas when we're impacting the station. So we're going to need to roll here a little bit, this direction. Okay. And we're just going to put this at 90 degrees. Boy, that's moving fast. Okay. Let's turn that traverse rate down a bit, thanks. Okay. So now I don't think we need this extended out as far as it is. I'm going to unextend it a little bit. And we'll hop over to Bill here. And once this is done unextending, we can grab this strut. And yeah, this is a very awkward orientation for it to be in, but it's one that should allow us to actually attach it, where it was physically impossible before. So we're just going to grab this guy, attaching it here, and then we're going to run this strut over to here to solidify. Cool. There we go. So now we can control from here, and we can look at this target. We can also turn our RCS on. We picked up a little bit of momentum during that, which is unsurprising. We can just move this momentum right on over to the target point and start turning to the target as well. Ooh, things are awkwardly reversed here, but I'm not surprised about that either. Okay, now we can head towards target a little bit. We should be capable of docking up here, in theory, but we'll see how that ends up going. I'm a little concerned about our wing now, but we're going to need to head in towards target at a slightly awkward angle here. The other side should honestly be a lot easier. There's less stuff over there, if I recall correctly. Yeah, there's a lot less stuff over there. So that should be relatively easier. We're going to need to change our rotation here a little bit. So we're going to need to head out this direction. Okay, about here or so. Then we're going to have to change our heading, of course. And we're going to need to go forward a bit here. So what direction is forward? That is this way. Cool. So let's bring this a little bit forward. We don't need to go too far forward here. And then we're just going to bring this back a bit. There we go. Decent line up there. Are we going to clear this with our wing? That's the question right now. Let's accelerate down a bit. And the answer to that is a definite maybe. I think we are. I think we're okay on that front. Cool. Now the question is, are we going to impact up here? Well, we can definitely see we need to go this direction, right? So that's okay. Which direction is that? This way. Okay, we can definitely head over there. I'm still a little concerned about our wing, but we'll see how that ends up going. We cleared it before, so hopefully we'll still clear it here. I think it's going to be really close. But we seem to be good. Yes, we seem to be good here. Fantastic. So it's just slowly drifting on over here. This broadly looks pretty decent. Okay. Let's stop the momentum this way. We're overshooting it a little bit. So let's bring this back ever so slightly to about here or so. We're just slowly, gently bringing this on in. Yeah, we're a little bit off angle-wise, but it might end up being okay. I do want to change our rotation here a little bit. So that would go, I think, this direction. Yeah, I'm very concerned about impacting over here. Very concerned. In fact, I believe we have impacted. Our rotation is definitely wrong. There's no doubt about that. And to that end, I'm going to kill our speed towards here. Bringing that down to a halt. Okay. And now we need to, I think, just rotate this into position. So we absolutely need to change... Hang on, is that docking forces? I believe that that's docking forces. Yes, docking forces are currently automatically aligning us. We're going to have to head in towards target a bit, but that's okay. Our alignment is imperfect. We knew that, though. This is actually doing better than I expected it to do here. Docking forces are kind of going nuts right now. That's getting a lot closer on the alignment. We're a little concerned about this way. No doubt about that. That's the primary issue right now. So we need to rotate out. What direction is rotating? This way? Yes. So I'm just bringing us out over here for right now. Ooh, it just brought us right back. That is not what we wanted. Okay, we need to put this on kill rot for the moment. Okay. Just trying to... Let's control from... Hang on. That's really, really close. We're just not quite there yet. I just don't know which direction is which right now because of our awkward... Oh, hang on. It's this way. Gotcha. Like I said, awkward rotation is awkward. But that should be docking forces. Ooh, not quite close enough. Really, really close there. Really, really close. Come on, docking forces. You can do it. I don't like relying on docking forces like this, but when we're in this awkward of an orientation, it kind of needs to happen. Okay. I'm thinking that we need to go this direction. Just a smidge. Not much, but something like that. Okay. Bringing it back in. I keep hoping that this is close enough, and it keeps not being close enough. We're just a teeny tiny amount off here. Okay. There is, of course, an easier way to do this, and that is to hop over to the station, and we set this as our target. We control from here, and we align to target like that. Now, docking forces should make things a lot easier because the station is going to move as well. And there we go. Now we're docked up. Okay, well, that is certainly a very awkward position to dock at. No doubt about it. But we got there in the end. That's what's important. Now, I'm going to quick save in case physics goes absolutely bonkers here. It might at some point. So we're going to have Bill EVA. And we need to undock this. Or not undock. We need to remove that. Okay. Now what we need to do is get this placed. It'll happen eventually. There we go. And we'll board. Now we need to undock out over, if we can get scrolled over here. There we go. Out over here. We need to undock this. Okay. Back over to here. I want to control from here. And I want to turn RCS on, and we're going to need to go, hang on, this direction. We need to just pull out and away from the station here. Just directly away from the station, please. Boy, that's not moving very fast. I think a little bit forward would help. Forward and out away from the station. We are detached here. We're just clipped onto something. Oh, it's right here. Okay, we need to go a bit up then. So this direction. This is very, very close quarters, right? So we need to go this way. And now we need to go out and away. And at the same time, we can maybe think about retracting this. Yes. We have now broken free, and we need to get off of this. Beautiful. Okay. Our next step here is to get ourselves a little bit of distance, of course. But we also need to bring this guy up. So this target angle needs to be 0 for the moment. And Bill is going to have to swap this for a grab arm. Okay. So we are going to remove this docking port as soon as we can. It's currently not allowing us to do that. Well, we could just simply attach this guy on the end of the docking port. That's actually fine, in theory. So we need to get this guy attached over here. If I can get it rotated correctly. Wow. Apparently we don't want to have the right rotation. Well, let's just put it here for now. That's in approximately the right rotation. And then grab it again. And now we can put it on there. Perfect. So that looks good. How are we doing on our... Okay, that's all absolutely fine. Okay, so our next mission here, and this is going to be a slightly obnoxious one. Our next mission here is going to be to remove this guy and move him over to the other side. So that is something that we are going to do with this robotic arm. Let's just extend this right on out. Like so. And then once that's fully extended, we'll get Bill to anchor that in place. So I want to grab this guy. And I'm just going to anchor this directly in place once this is done extending. We're not quite there yet, but it is getting close. There we go. And then we might as well put this one in here for now. That's absolutely fine. So we'll then board again. And we're going to need to head on over and grab this. The question is, can we grab it here before we release it or not? I don't actually know the answer to that. So we'll have to figure that one out. For the time being, let's see, we just need to move it to the opposite side, right? It's on the zenith side right now. It needs to be on the nadir side. Alternatively, it's in exactly the same place that we need to attach this guy. So like I said last episode, we could just say that we brought this one up early and put the other one in and call it good. That wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. It would certainly be a lot simpler. It's in exactly the same place. It's a very similar object. I kind of don't like it, though. I kind of don't like it. So I think we need to move it. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to see about moving this guy. Maybe we just use the robotic arm for that. No, that's not going to work. We can't use Dexter for it because of the way that clipping works in this game. Unfortunate, but we can't do it. For now, it is time to put that cut in, so I'm going to go ahead and do it, and next episode, we're going to move this guy over, and we'll see if we have enough time to get this attached or not. I think we're going to have to... We're definitely going to have to change how this is being set up here. We don't have enough distance this way. We could theoretically just grab one of these extenders and put it on here and do it that way. It's an option. We'll see what we want to do about that in the next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.